Abuja, there you have it, the live pictures of the 23rd Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. We understand that the body has just touched the ground. There are the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Abuja. A little earlier, we spoke with our correspondent, senior reporter Sifon Essien, who walked us through how the funeral rite is expected to be undertaken. He left Lagos just a few moments ago, where the body of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, arrived at the Nigerian Air Force wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. And then the body at the time was received by the soldiers of the Guards Brigade, who was set to pay their last respects to him. But right there, we can see the plane taxiing towards where the Guard of Honor is actually standing to receive the body of the late Chief of Army Staff. And from there, it will be taken through the red carpet, where the body would then be conveyed in a hearse for a service of song, which is expected to be undertaken or to be taken later today. His body upon arrival definitely...
The C-1 Hercules aircraft operated by the Nigerian Air Force has touched down the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport and is now taxiing to the presidential wing. The plane is carrying the corpse of the Chief of Army Staff. That's the former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. There you have it, the C-130 Hercules aircraft conveying the remains of the former Chief of Army Staff is grinding to a halt at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport. Senior officers and the Guard of Honor are on hand to receive the remains of the former Chief of Army Staff, where he would be conveyed into a hearse and taken out of this location to another location in continuation of ceremonies that will culminate in the interment at the National Military Cemetery.
Of the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport.
Okay. Because the plane just landed. His body just landed. Alright, okay. So how do I want to comment on this thing now?
Take its flight sequence.
So as the convoy line up, Abeguna will take a mount. As they depart this place.
Where they go? Where will they depart? Where?
Here. You will see the convoy go form up. So just cover the convoy.
Last respect. October 2004.
That entrance there.
Known as the 170 Special Court in Battalion.
There you have live pictures right there from the presidential wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, where the body, Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport, I should say, right there in Abuja. It is quite a somber moment. There are the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Abuja, where a guard of honor is definitely receiving the body of the Chief of Army Staff, marking the commencement of the funeral rites for the 23rd of the Chief of Army Staff.
The C-130 Hercules aircraft of the Nigerian Air Force is targeted to a stop, and now the remains of the former Chief of Army Staff will be taken out of the aircraft, and a trolley would, be used to convey the remains to the hearse standing by, and the hearse would be led by a convoy of the acting Chief of Army Staff to a medical facility in continuation of ceremonies, of the funeral ceremonies. And there you have it, the casket bearing the body or the remains of the former Chief of Army Staff has just been placed on a trolley, and it will be wheeled down to a guard of honor, where he would be saluted and given utmost respect in accordance with military tradition. Behind the pictures you're watching is the chief or the acting Chief of Army Staff and very senior officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces, who are on hand to pay their last respects to the departed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. This is the second leg of the ceremony that started in Lagos, where this aircraft conveyed the remains from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport now to the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport, the presidential wing, where senior officers and a guard of honor are on hand to pay their last respects to the departed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. It's a somber mood here at the presidential wing of the airport, where senior military officers and other ranks are on hand to pay their last respects to the departed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, whose remains are now being trolleyed to waiting hearse, and it would be conveyed to a medical facility where we were told, where the corpse will be kept until a service of song that will hold at the Mogadishu cantonment, popularly called the Abacha Barracks in the metropolis of Abuja, and that ceremony will be tomorrow, Friday, and later on there would be an interment at the National Military Cemetery, and that will be the grand finale of the funeral of the departed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja. Pallbearers escorting the remains of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja on a trolley along the apron of the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport. As I said earlier, it's a somber mood for the senior officers and indeed other members of the Nigerian Armed Forces at this moment. For some, seeing their former boss, now the remains in a casket, triggers emotions, but as military officers we gather that those emotions are not to be manifest. We gather that the pallbearers will continue escorting the casket that is being trolleyed down what they've created as an aisle with senior officers on either side.
For quite a while, a man who is being honored by a lot of people around the world. Taoreed Lagbaja he died tragically.
The casket is draped in the Nigerian national color, green and white. From one set of pallbearers to another set. This time, the officers are of the rank of major generals and its equivalents in the Air Force and the Navy. This will mark the second leg of the corpse being conveyed on the apron of the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikwe International Airport.
Commander, Captain Musa, called Fred Sean, remains dearly departed Chief of Army Staff makes his way gradually to take of this mark of honor. I did inform earlier that this guard of honor mounted our troops thus within the Nigerian army.
Quick march.
Right.
This part of the parade, all of you should excuse us. Take a good position. Just move back and take a good position.
As the national salute is being wound up,
It's now time for the national salute and the national anthem.
Did mention this ceremony is a very solemn ceremony.
Will they follow up
All bearers moving the remains of our dearly departed Chief of Army Staff, where the acting Chief of